last episode wasn't amazing, and it could have been more amazing because I forgot to talk about the youth intake. And actually, I think for the first time all year in Football Manager, I have a youth intake where there are two players I look at and think, yeah, I'm going to be building my team around you in a few years. Shall we talk about these guys? How's it going, folks, and welcome back to Atalanta. Today is episode number 15, and for your Friday viewing pleasure, we have the Italian Cup final, as well as a game against Sassuolo. So, plenty to look forward to today, but before we talk about that stuff, youth intake. Let's discuss. Now, I must admit, the youth intake happened just under 2 months ago. I completely forgot to cover it last time, but you know what? It gives us a nice positive start to today after, well, yesterday's action, which if you missed, well, might know what happened by what I've said already this episode. You should go watch it. So let's talk about the two players I am particularly excited about. The first here, Paolo Barbieri. I hope I've said that name correctly. 15 years old, fairly professional personality, training really well. And this man is an incredible goalkeeper. He's already 190 centimetres tall. He's got a good personality. Maybe his determination could be a smidge better. Maybe his physicals and mentals could be a smidge better. But look at these technicals for a goalkeeper. He has already been called up for the Italian under-20s World Cup team in the summer. And, well, let's be honest, you can see why he's nuts, but he's not the best of the two players that we've got. So I suppose I should introduce you to Simon Chimini. 15 years old, 19 determination, either-footed, perfectionist, 16 natural fitness, 17 teamwork. He looks amazing. What's the catch, I hear you ask? He's injury prone. Yeah, and I guess as well, his stamina isn't very good. If I'm not mistaken, we are already training his endurance to try and turn him into, well, an endurance athlete. But the centre mid looks great. He's training well, already has some really nice traits, and he's mad. Just to put it into perspective a little bit, Rutter, who was the best player of our intake last year, who I still think could be a really good player for us, a year older than Chimini, here is the head-to-head comparison. Yeah, I feel like I need to somehow get Simon into the first team, like, now. He looks absolutely mad. We will keep an eye on those two players to see how they develop in the coming season or two. Do not be surprised if they get some first-team football here and there. Two other players who I did elect to pick up include Antonio Bonomi, who is, well, not very tall. He's got one jumping reach, 159 centimetres tall. He has a little bit of potential. He could be good, but, I mean, compared to the other two, he's nowhere near as good. The other guy we brought in is Riboli, who could be an okay centre-back. You know what? 20 bravery, 14 jumping reach, some good aerial prowess. Kind of worried about the 4 natural fitness. Again, could be a good player. Probably in any other intake would be a player worth singing and dancing about. But he's no Chimini. Now, of course, last episode we took on Man City. Since then, we've not lost. So the positives, we have dropped points, though, on 2 occasions. I say on 2 occasions. One of them was a draw in the Cup, so we didn't drop points there. And in fact, we made it through off that draw. But first and foremost, we should talk about that aforementioned draw in the league. 1-1 against Torino. Not a good team display. We just didn't show up. Torino are not a bad team, but they're not a team that we should be fearing. Our next game was a 0-0 draw against Inter. We'd already won the first leg 2-0, so nice and simple here. Luis Alberto getting sent off. One of the best players in Lazio's team. Definitely made the job easier. The creativity he brings to their squad was, well, clearly lacking, and as a result, we were able to shut them out and make it through. And then we shift our focus to the league, where we had 2 rather straightforward wins. The first against Bologna, 1-0. I say straightforward. I can't keep a straight face as I say this. We scored in the 93rd minute, and it was Zach Haryan playing the ball to Raspadori, and, well, this finish, round the keeper, sensational. What a composed moment. What a time to score. And, yeah, that got us an all-important 3 points. 3 points that, dare I say, could make the difference at the end of the year. After that win, a 3rd consecutive clean sheet, this time against Benevento, as we won 3-0. And then we took on Monza, where we didn't make things easy. This was very, very nervy. The match was, well, mad. It was 3-2 to them. We got a goal back, 3-3, entering the 90th minute. And then Zach Haryan, who we brought on off the bench, got a goal. And then he got an assist. He has been just great for us this year. He is a player tipped to be right up there in all the Wunderkid awards. In the next-gen top 50 Wunderkids, he was in the top 5. Unsurprisingly, he has come up with some really, really clutch moments this season. 4 goals, 8 assists, a 7.24 rating, £12.5 million well spent, I think. So with that narrow win against Monza, here is how the league table looks. If we win our game in hand, we go top. AC Milan today take on Napoli at the same time we're taking on Sassuolo. So there's a chance we could go back top, and if AC Milan lose, we'd still have a game in hand, which could be a really, really good swing in our favour. As you can see, only 5 games left of the season. We do have this crucial game in hand, although it is against Inter Milan, so quite how crucial it is, I suppose, is up for debate. So plan for today, we've got the Sassuolo game, we've then got the Italian Cup final, which is going to be against Inter, and then to start next week, we're going to do a triple header. We're going to do the Inter game, the Lecce game, and if needed, the Roma game, as well as the typical end of season shebang roundup. And, well, I'm hoping that we're going to end today with some silverware, and then start next week with a league win. But it has been a mixed bag as of late. I mean, when you look at this run of form, it is awful to look at. But I do feel like we've turned a corner again this season. So going into today's game, only 1 player missing from the squad. That is Sandri, a player who I've been worried about his injury proneness, and well, it has reared its head. He's picked up a sports hernia. He's been out for 5 weeks with it. Certainly is going to impact his development. His attributes did tail off a little bit when the injury first happened. That said, in terms of what it actually does to the first team, perhaps it doesn't have quite as detrimental effect as you might imagine, especially with, of course, Ravella most recently kind of locking down that roaming playmaker role in the team. You can see here him compared to Sandri, slightly better defensively, much better physicals, slightly better speed, better technicals, and even though he is just a year older, he has been putting in some mighty fine performances this year that have just kept Sandri on the fringes. Elsewhere, we are going to be going with Lucia and Raspadori up front. Raspadori, of course, getting sent off against Man City. He's had to redeem himself a little bit, and well, he has done that. He got that hat-trick against Monza. Prior to that, he scored and got an assist against Benevento. He did also score that goal against Bologna. So in his last 3 games in the league, he's been on fire. Let's see if he can keep it going today. Now, worth noting, we have got the Italian Cup game mid-week. So in an ideal world, we get off to a great start here. I can rest Raspadori, I can rest DiMarco. They are kind of the 2 players that I look at in our team and think, if you get injured, we're in trouble. I kind of view them as irreplaceable. Throw in on this near side. First highlight of the game, and well, it's going to be potentially in Sassuolo's favour. They are playing with the kind of wide attacking players. There is a temptation to play with the wing backs, but after what happened against Man City, I'm not going to do it today. I'm scared to do it, but hopefully with the kind of wider midfielders, it gives us a slightly better outball when we do go forward. And well, speaking of going forward, we're in possession. We're looking confident. Moving the ball from side to side here, well, that is something that, well, we undeniably do well. We really like to boss possession and knock the ball around nicely. I love the way the 2 wide centre-backs kind of help with recycling possession and moving it around. And, well, you've seen it on display here. And how about that for an end product? How about that for your 40th goal of the season? Raspadori finds the back of the net. If you've not seen the headlines in real life, and it might have happened by the time this video is out. I don't know if it's 100% official yet. But he's on his way to Napoli for a loan that could then become a permanent deal. And, well, if that does happen, I'm going to just assume that Napoli's recruitment team have been watching this series because he's been insane for us. I think we've got a set piece going here. DiMarco's gone to fetch the ball just outside the box, but DiMarco from this range is deadly. He's hit the post. The keeper's parried it away. I thought it was going to end up in the back of the net. And, well, Raspadori looked offside, and that's because he was. Corner for us here. DiMarco over it with his left foot, whips it in. It's headed away by Aina. But, well, not entirely away from danger. DiMarco could have a chance to put it in, or he could just do that. Not the first time in recent episodes we've seen him just smash in a goal where he cuts in from the wide areas. Of course, out on the right-hand side for the corner meant that he could just cut in on his left foot. The defence stepped off him. They gave him some time. They gave him some space. And with it, he grabbed his 10th goal of the season. Keeper kind of left high and dry there by his defence. Elsewhere, Lozano has scored for Napoli. They are 1 goal to the good over Milan, which is massive for us. And I'll tell you what, Romero is also massive for us. The giant towering in the box has headed it goalwards. 22 minutes gone. I mean, should I just take off DiMarco and Raspadori now? Should we just protect them for the midweek game now? I think this is game over. It's looked great from us. We've taken our chances. And, I mean, what else can you say? It's 3-0, 6 shots on target, 3 goals. There could be another. This could be one of those games where we just annihilate oppositions. We've already beaten Milan 7-0 this year. Of course, they are our main title rival now, so it's kind of mad the way that we were able to dismantle them previously. And this match here, it kind of has a similar feel to that one when I watched it happen. Pessina with the ball, Badiashile, Ravella, Pessina, Lucia, Raspadori, back to Lucia. Can he finish it? No, he can't. Consigli makes a massive stop to keep it respectable. Corner for us here, though. DeMarco to whip in. We've already scored one. Could we score another? Soleil's header tipped. Lucia. Renato Sanchez smashes against the post, and then Lucia finds the back of the net anyway. Goal number 19 of the season. It's 4-0 after 30 minutes. And we've got a cup final to look forward to. So let's not even watch the replays. I thought after Consigli made that initial stop, he'd done them a favour. He'd kept them in it for a little bit longer at 3-0. Turned out a little bit longer was about 20 seconds. We just look a different class here. Working the ball out from the back, but even when we go long, we look deadly. DeMarco bringing it forward. Luca back post. That is not a great ball unless it was a tackle, in which case I'll forgive DeMarco. Raspadori, though, wins the ball in a great area. Gives it back now to Badiashile, DeMarco, Pessina. Look at the build-up play. Look at the movement. It is beautiful. Lucia, surely not. Oh, my word. I mean, what do you say? What do you do? We just wanted to do it with style. We just wanted to play sexy football. And I'll tell you what, it's sexy as you like. I'll skip the replay of the last game. I feel it'd be a crime to skip this one, wouldn't it? I'm lost for words. What do you say? It's mad. It's beautiful. It's sensational, Lucia. I mean, okay, mate. Okay. Elsewhere, Napoli 2-0 up against Milan. So a good day gets even better. I mean, it's just attack after attack after attack. And offside's given, and all it really provides is another opportunity for us to bring the ball forward. DeMarco with it here. Gives it inside to Pessina, back to Badiashile. We can already see the patterns of play emerging. Look at us. Look at the way we knock the ball around. Soleil bringing the ball forward, kicks it straight at Renato Sanchez's heels. Maybe a bit of respite for the Sassuolo defence. Maybe a chance for them to get, well, at this point, you'd have to say as a consolation. Berardi gets in behind. He's got the consolation. It's 5-1. I'll tell you what, it's been an entertaining game. Is there really going to be a 7th goal before half-time? What is this match? Luca, Soleil, Luca, Baylor, Renato Sanchez could square it to Raspadori. Goes on his own. It's 6-1. What is happening here? What is this? It's half-time here. Just a recap in case you lost count, because to be honest, I almost lost count. It's 6-1 at half-time. There'll probably be no more goals in the second half now. They're on the attack here, though. Ola Aina looking to make it 6-2. I mean, that's not what I thought I'd say before this episode started. Berardi's headed it in. It is 6-2. What is happening? Okay, 6-2 to the good. I'm going to take off DeMarco. I am also going to bring in Guiri for Raspadori. I know he's having a great game. I just want to protect him, and we'll save the last sub for now. Pellegrini with this throw-in on the far side. Gives it to Ravella. I'm not sure why Pellegrini, the left-sided player, is on the right, but I'll let it slide because it's nearly resulted in a goal. Guiri hits the woodwork. This game has been absolute man. There's another highlight. It's been a mad game. That's all there is to say. Guiri back to goal. Can he turn? Can he shoot? He goes down in a heap. It's going to be a penalty. I think Luca's on for the hat-trick, so he should be the one to take this to try and make it 7-1, assuming VAR is going to give it, which it is. Luca for the hat-trick, number 10, just about squeezes it in. That is 7-2. I don't know. What's happened? I don't know what. I'm running out of things to say. It's ridiculous. It is. I mean, yeah. I've run out of words. Someone give me a dictionary. Goal kick for Sassuolo. Are they going to be able to launch a counter-attack here? Maybe try and get a late comeback happening. Berardi through, hits the post. Romero, what are we doing? Get it away from danger, lads. It's fine. Everything's fine. Or is it? Lopez, it is fine. Highlights over, but straight into another. What are we doing? What is happening? Soleil. I'm just expecting a highlight and a goal every time the ball enters play. Every time a highlight starts. If it's not a goal, I almost feel disappointed at this point. We've had 9 goals in this match. There's still 15 minutes left. I feel like there's more on offer. Consigli launches it long. Romero wins the header. Guiri can't quite get the second ball. Miranchuk gives it to Berardi, who's looked like the main outlet for Sassuolo in this match. He's going to cross it in. Martinez volleys it in. That's 7-3. Mailer, throw in. Gives it to Ravella. Mailer, Sanchez, Ravella, back post, Lucia, nods it back into danger. Guiri should have had goal number 11. Is there time for one more? Could we have an 8th? Could we have a 4th? In the case of Sassuolo, we could have an 8th. Pessina scored it. Pellegrini's got the assist. Mad. I'm almost disappointed that the game's now just ended with no more highlights. It's finished 8-3 here. It's a memorable one. It's one for the neutrals. I don't really know what I've just witnessed, but we were very, very good, it turns out. And, well, Luka, decent footballer. Hopefully he can take some of this form into the final. That game had no right to be as entertaining as it was. What a mad one. Elsewhere, Milan lost 3-1 to Napoli. So shout out to Napoli for doing us a favour. With that, we go back to the top of the table. We've got our 58 goal difference now, which is massively inferior to everyone around us. Although, we do still have Inter Milan to play. So as great as things are at the moment, there is still definitely the potential to drop points. And we do have Roma on the last day of the season. Anyway, that was meant to be the starter today, but it almost felt like a main course in its own right. We've got the Italian Cup. It's at the Olimpico. It's 3 days away. I'll see you there. It has been 60 years since Atalanta last won the Italian Cup. We're going to try and make that happen today. We're taking on Inter Milan, an Inter Milan team who are currently third in the league. Bastoni is their main man. Mancini is their manager. Let's be honest, they're a very, very good team. They've got some very, very good players. It's going to be interesting to see how much they potentially rotate this. Of course, just a little bit of a reminder, this season, a fair few of our players left to go to Inter. Pasalic left to go. You can see here, he's played a handful of games here and there, really. 13 starts in the league, 8 appearances on off the bench for him. Elsewhere, Gosens, of course, hasn't ever played under me because he was on loan with Inter last year. He's been a regular member of their first team. And Toloi, you can see here, left us for, what was it, 15 million? No, 10 million pounds. Paid 15 games, 6.75 rating. I feel like we did well to cash in on him when we did. I kind of want him to be playing against us today, because he doesn't look very good. So in terms of our team news for today's game, I'm not changing anything. There is a little bit of a concern over Badiashile. He wants a rest. He can have a rest after this game. That's the deal I'm going to make with him. We've got an intense end to the season, but it starts with this cup final. If he was to get injured, I think the most likely move to make would maybe to bring in Scalvini to play that left centre-back, kind of wide centre-back position, or we could move DeMarco back and then bring in Pellegrini out on the left-hand side. Of course, Pellegrini has been a very good backup to DeMarco this year. 8 assists in 25. I feel like we can rely on him up top. I mean, there's only 2 players we can pick here. Raspadori, who continues to improve. He continues to get better. And alongside him, we've, of course, got Luka, who, well, I mean, he peaked last match, didn't he? He got a 10 rating last match. I'm not expecting that from him again today. Anyway, let's get into this game. Let's get the players fired up. Let them know I have faith in them. We're taking on Inter Milan. Is Toloi playing for them? No, he's not. They are going with a 4-3-3. And it's a pretty good team that they've got. We're going to have to be at our best here. For this match, I'm not going to play with the wing-backs to begin with. I'm going to be bold, potentially silly. It's a cup final. I want to win some silverware. And whilst, well, you know what? Serie A looks like it could be winnable this year. The Italian Cup would also be quite nice to win, especially because last year we crashed out in the semi-final. This year, can we go a couple of steps further? We can with a start like that. DeMarco whips it in. Soleil scores the header. It's only his 4th of the season, the Frenchman, but it is an all-important goal. A player who was linked with a move away from the club earlier in the year. He has stuck around. He is signing a new deal that kicks in at the start of next season. That, my friends, is a very good start for us. Raspadori in possession. Tries to give it to DeMarco, but read well by Correa. Now Lautaro Martinez to pick out Chanafanoglou. What can he do? Options in the middle. Gives it to Gosens. Sensi. Gundogan. Now with Gorosabel. I mean, we need to defend here. Plenty of men behind the ball, though, to try and weather the storm. Lautaro Martinez, a very, very slippery customer, though. As is Gosens, who takes it inside and gives it to Chanafanoglou. And I'll tell you what, that looks like the kind of goal that we score on occasion, it feels like. Really nicely worked by Inter Milan. We were not ahead for long. And, I mean, what else is there to say other than that? Maybe we should have gone with the wider players. Maybe I could have played with wing-backs. But at the same time, I'm not sure that's entirely to blame on the formation of choice. It's a nicely worked goal. It's a good finish. It's 1-1. Corner now for Inter. We've scored one. Could they score one? No. Skriniar heads it goalwards. Marco clutches onto it. And having had a little bit of a wobble during the season, I feel like Marco in goal. He has found some form as of late. We need him to be at his best there. That was a big stop. Now can we go up the other end and make something happen? Pessina to Raspadori. Wide to DeMarco. Plenty of players in the middle queuing up, including Pacina, who headers it goalwards. It hits the post and bounces away to safety. Corner again. DeMarco to float it in. Soleil, I thought was about to score another. This time it goes just over. 10 minutes left of the half. It's been a very even game on the whole. We've edged out possession. We've had slightly more shots, but... well, at the break, it's going to be 1-1. Nothing happening to end the half. You can see here, we started well and then kind of fizzled out. Inter, though, they've been on a surge to end the half. I need to tell the players they're not good enough. I am very, very conscious. I've just pissed off some players. Let's not say anything more. I'm very, very conscious about the fact there are some tiring legs out there. There are some players who have given it their all. They've got to remain sensible here. I am also concerned that Romero had aggressive body language and is on a yellow card. He is going to have to tread lightly. Although, to be fair, with the odd occasion, he's been pretty good when it comes to his discipline. Plenty of games where he's had to walk the yellow card tightrope, and we're going to need him to do that again today. Badiashile to DeMarco, back to Badiashile. Ravella dropping in deep. Stitching the play between the defence and the midfield. Pacina, DeMarco, nice build-up play. Can we make something happen at the end of it? Ravella, Fred through Renato Sanchez. Keeper's come out off his line miles. And Renato Sanchez there has shown the composure of me asking out a girl in my year 8 disco. I really should go to a therapist about those memories, shouldn't I? Anyway, they're on the attack here. You'd think I'd be over it. It was like 15 years ago, but she said no, and I had no composure in the moment. And Renato has brought back all those memories. I'm fine, though. I'm fine. You don't need to leave any comment. We'll move on. They're on the attack still here. Sensi spreads it wide. Now with Correa. Back to Correa. I do not like this. Inter looking very, very good. Imagine if we lose this and then bottle the league. You know, lose to Inter in the league, lose to Roma in the league, and Milan win it all. After the season we've had, we deserve to win something. And whilst, you know what, I would take the league over this. When you're 40 minutes away and it's all square, you feel like this is a game that can be yours for the taking. But Çalhanoğlu has other ideas. He has smashed it into the bottom corner. And it's now 2-1 Inter. Yep, it's not ideal. Worked around nicely on this near side, and then they just overloaded us on the far side, to be fair. Ball played forward. Çalhanoğlu, given some space, did well to cut inside there. I feel like Soleil didn't do the best job of covering his angles. 5 minutes into this half, we find ourselves a goal down. With an hour played, I'm going to make some changes here. Luca has looked a little out of his depth, so I'm going to bring in Guiri. Elsewhere, Pacina's not had the best of games. I'm going to bring in Zakharyan. I am going to make my final sub as well. Soleil has struggled today fitness-wise. I'm going to bring in Scalvini. There are a couple of other tired legs out there, but given what I've just seen with their goal, I feel like Soleil is the man who needs to be hauled off here. We're going to hope that Guiri and Zakharyan's kind of creativity that they can bring is going to make a difference here, as we are going to need a goal. And, well, we might have some more defending to do here. Lautaro Martinez, one-on-one with Badiashile in the wide area. Players queuing up in the middle. All being knocked around by Inter. What can we do? Gundogan plays it forward to Lautaro Martinez, who finishes it, but the flag is up on this near side. I don't think it's going to count. We will go to VAR just to confirm it. My gut instinct was it was off. Is VAR going to back that up? It is indeed. It remains a 1-goal game, but we need to show a little more going forward here. 15 minutes left. We've got to go for this game. A couple of changes being made, but we are going to go to the more attacking system. I am, however, going to play with 2 advanced forwards. Zakharyan slotting in behind. Some fresh legs in the final third on the pitch for us now, but we desperately need a goal. We're going to go more attacking. Just 9 minutes left here. You can see how many players we have high up the pitch, trying to press into, trying to force a turnover in possession as they play out from the back. We're going to do it successfully. Romero reads it. Sanchez, Guiri, Raspadori's effort is blocked. Could still find its way to Mailer, and indeed it does. Plenty of players in the middle for him. Plays it to Ravella. Whipped in. Bastoni heads it away. Barella going to make sure the danger is gone for now, but we might have another opportunity to bring it forward here. Ravella, Zakharyan leaves his pass short, and now Inter. Well, they don't look keen to go forward here. They look quite content to defend this game out. Çalhanoğlu, the goal scorer, the man who has put them ahead in this game, working the ball down the left-hand side, and now with Lautaro Martinez, turns his man like he's not even there and smashes it into the bottom corner. Hard to be annoyed about that goal, really, from an individual point of view. I think it was Romero in the middle who, he looked like he was scared to make the tackle. I don't know if it was a tiredness thing. Ultimately, he's on a yellow card. I feel like from this position here, You think the keeper's going to have it? And then Lautaro Martinez just smashes it into the bottom corner like that. It's now a 2-goal game. There's only 7 minutes left. I don't want to say we have no hope, but the hope that we have is minimal. I think at this point it's probably the most polite way to phrase it. We're going to try and throw some more men forward here, but ultimately there is not a great deal of time left in this one. Hit early crosses, more direct play, in transition, over the top. We've just got to lump it forward now. This is kind of the opportunity where it'd be quite nice to have Luca on the pitch, but unfortunately we've subbed him off. Having him as a big outlet would be nice, and well, without him, without a lot of fight, to be honest, in the second half, we are going to succumb to a defeat. Inter going to win 3-1 here. 2 second half goals put them ahead. We could not respond, and to be fair, they probably deserved it. I think on the balance of play, we were not good enough. We had some chances, but really not as many as you'd expect us to normally have, especially after that previous league game. And in our first cup final, as Atalanta manager, we're going to lose 3-1. And as the confetti of Inter Milan colour falls, I'd just feel sad. Get me out of this game. I want to leave. I don't want to feel like this on Monday. So unfortunately for us, the Italian Cup not won for a second year. Twice we've got far, twice we've failed. At the rate we're going, though, next time we should win it. Because we are slowly getting better. If we don't win it, then, I mean, there's no pattern to it. Well, I mean, the only thing we can do is win it at this point to improve. Maybe it can happen. I don't know. Anyway, just looking ahead to the league table, you can see the situation here. 4 games left of the season. Milan and Inter in hot pursuit. We have Inter still to play. Next episode, we're coming back for a triple header. Inter, Lecce, Roma. 3 massive matches. 3 matches all closely packed to one another. If we win them all, we should win the league. If we lose any of them, we could bottle it. I really don't want to bottle everything this season. We've been too good to come away with nothing. I hope you enjoyed the first game of today's episode. It was an absolutely bonkers one. I hope we can have some more entertainment like that on Monday. Well, hopefully you'll be here to join me to see it. I'll see you guys then. Take it easy. Enjoy your weekend. It is me, Jack, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.